What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Fit for Purpose podcast. My name is Jacob. This is Brandon.
On today's episode, listen, it's vacation season. You're going away. Here is how you can continue to stay consistent with your health goals despite being in a new environment. So we want to prepare you and equip you with some tools that you can put in your tool belt so that you can succeed.
Yes, enjoy your vacations, but stay on track. Don't backslide. Like, subscribe, enjoy this episode. Thank you, guys.
Let's go.
I can't think of anything worse than like coming back from vacation, feeling awful to where I dread like getting back into my routine.
Because I think that's the most important thing of all of what we're talking about is can you get back in rhythm? Because the last thing we want is that time away to turn into you then spiraling. What did you do this week?
Today wasn't too bad. I'm sore from yesterday. We did like the first piece that we did was deadlift, bench press, 21-15-9 for time.
That's very CrossFit of you.
It is very CrossFit of me. Yeah. It was really fun though.
Yeah.
I loved it. I liked pairing those two movements though as well.
I have this next phase I'm jumping into. I did that as well. Deadlift and bench press on the same
really?
day. Yeah.
It was fun to do kind of like a for time workout like that and just
kind of send it.
Yeah. It felt good. Took like 9 minutes, but like warmed up well for it and cooked me pretty good. And then just did some accessory stuff after that.
That's awesome.
But
I think sometimes you have to just kind of like, we're all about like the program, the consistent thing, the following the regimen. But sometimes you do have to kind of like let loose and just enjoy something that's a little different. Like,
yeah. And I do that. I mean, I switch up my programming every 8 weeks. So I'll like focus on something different every 8 weeks. And what I wanted to do this 8 weeks was like, I just wanted to like just mix it up. Like we spent 8 weeks doing like a ton of slow tempo work on barbell stuff, squats, single leg RDLs.
Yeah.
And
very grindy.
Yeah. And so I programmed an A week and a B week. So we have like 9 different workouts across 2 weeks. And they're all just kind of different and just like stuff I wanted to do.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So
do you get tired of like for 8 weeks, 9 weeks, like coaching the same workouts or?
No, not really. Usually by the last like 2 weeks, I'm like,
yeah,
it's getting a little bit mentally fatiguing. I'm like, all right, I'm ready to like.
You're like saying the same cues and you're like,
yes,
looking for the same things. You're like, I want a fresh slate almost.
And even for me, like doing the workouts, I'm like,
oh yeah,
I'm like, okay, I'm ready to like work on something else. And I was talking about my programming specifically.
Okay.
I wasn't having my clients do deadlift, bench press, 21-15-9. I was just talking about like my specific programming. I keep theirs pretty. I mean, we're always working on different things. But I wouldn't give them a workout like that. I wouldn't have them doing deadlifts for time. You know what I mean? Just because it's like
it's a risk to reward.
Yeah, I trust myself to do that because I did 225.
Sure.
So it's like, wait, I can totally.
That's nothing, dude.
That's nothing, dude.
Dude, that's nothing.
But yeah, I'm gonna do like some like banded squats, like low rep banded squats. I'm gonna do like a sprint day. Yeah,
that's fun.
Just different stuff.
Yeah, mix it up.
Exactly.
I did that this past week. I normally just train 4 strength days a week, but for whatever reason, this past week I was like, I want to do like a 5th day, and you can't just like be redundant with programming. So I kind of did. I did like a main like upper body block where I did like I have one of those like multi-grip bars.
Oh, the football bar.
Yeah.
I've seen you post that.
So I did like some close grip bench with that into like some seated lat pull downs.
Nice.
And then so that was like block A, block B. I did this. I saw a video from a trainer I follow of these like cable crunches. That I was like, I gotta
with
test
the rope.
that out. Yeah, dude, nasty.
Yeah,
like,
you do them right if you like.
Yeah, so I threw like an ab mat behind the back because then it allowed me to get like more thoracic mobility.
Were you on the laying
So
on your back?
on an incline bench,
Oh, okay.
cables behind me, so I'm pulling the weight forward.
Yep.
So it's like a cable crunch, like a seated cable crunch.
Nice.
So you throw an ab mat behind you, and then that allows you to get like more extension and more flexion through the trunk. Oh God. Like talk about like taking your breath away, like as you get into that. So I did that, some lateral raises and bicep curls as like block B.
Nice.
And then I did like a lower body, like leg extensions, some valve slide hamstring curls, and then some Copenhagen planks.
Nice.
So there's like all stuff that I wouldn't have hit in the 4 days that I trained that kind of complemented it, but it was a little more like hypertrophy.
Yeah.
It was like everything I did, I did like a set of 12, set of 10, set of 8, set of 6, and then went to the next block.
12, Dang. 12, 10, 8, 6?
Yeah.
That's a lot of volume.
It was a lot of volume, but I wanted something that was like real pumpy.
Yeah.
Like I just wanted to drive like a bunch of blood to muscles and I kept the weight like
moderate. Not super fatiguing.
I wasn't getting crazy heavy with the stimulus, but.
So are you training full body every session right now?
Yeah.
Nice.
So I do 4 days a week. I was doing like, I was basically alternating between like a push day, upper lower, pull day, upper lower.
That's what we're doing. That's what I'm having my clients do right now.
Yeah.
Like Monday's like walking lunges and like bench press.
Yep.
Whereas like Tuesdays single leg RDLs and chin-ups. It's like lower.
I like it because
push.
you get like a rest, like a recovery. Even when you're doing the pull, you're getting a recovery because you're working the antagonist.
Yes.
And then you get like a true day off. And then so I usually go like 2 on, 1 off, 2 on, 2 off. It just depends on the week, but.
Okay, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday off, Thursday,
exactly.
Friday, and then the weekend off.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
But I recently just switched in this phase to do a lower push, upper pull. And then switched lower hinge.
Just alternated it.
You just alternate it.
So you're not
like,
doing.
There is something about like combining those antagonist muscle groups, like you were saying, like with the deadlift and the bench press.
Yeah.
Like you could do a heavy, like you could even have someone who like, let's say they did a heavy deadlift and then their low back gets like kind of fatigued. If you put them in the posture of like a bench press where they're having to like neutralize their pelvis and rib cage and then they're pressing weight out front and getting these muscles kicked on, it almost like kind of desensitizes that. Like it puts you into more. Yeah,
it inhibits almost.
Exactly. Yeah. So, and then same with like the lower push into the upper pull, which just like complements movements.
Really I do. Yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
That pairing. And
it felt good. Like yesterday I did a box squat, heavy box squat, 5x3 into pull-ups, 5x3. Those were like my 2 main blocks. It felt great.
Yeah, you were going heavy on squats and pull-ups.
Yeah, dude. I feel it today.
Hell yeah.
So it's fun, man. Training's fun.
It is fun.
Let's do like some like MAGA branded shirts, but like it's like make training fun again.
I like that. Did you just come up with that?
I don't know. Yeah. This is off the top of the dome.
I love that. Let's
I probably saw it somewhere. I'm like stealing an idea.
I mean, I do that. Like that's a good idea. I'm like, wait, I saw that somewhere.
Dude, I should just do that. But there's probably like some weird patents on like the design of that stuff.
We could just start a little
Dude,
brand.
A
make
fit
training
for purpose branded.
Make training fun again.
It's fit for purpose here and then on the back. That would be kind of sick.
I like that.
I'll get cracking on that later.
Make training fun again.
It's coming soon to you.
MTFA.
MTFA. It's like, what the hell is mutfa?
Mutfa, baby. I'm down with mutfa.
Mutfa.
All right, well, enough about us, huh?
Yeah, enough about us.
Let's give these people some
meat and potatoes.
Some value.
I love the visual of that. It's like some value. Just really grab it by the. Yeah.
Give us something to grab a hold of, huh?
Yeah, dude.
What are we talking about today?
Dude, it is vacation season. The summer.
Yeah, we were just talking about how shitty it is here.
Well, it does suck here.
Yeah.
But that's why we leave.
In Arizona, we're talking about. In Phoenix, Arizona specifically, it's hot as
don't come here. And when it's nice, also don't come here.
That's true. It does get busy here.
Snowbirds. Yeah, talking about vacation and talking about how to build strategy around our fitness and health goals despite going out of town.
Are you traveling this summer?
We actually are leaving next week.
Where are you going?
We're going to La Jolla, San Diego.
Nice.
Yeah.
Temperate weather.
Beautiful weather.
Cool ocean.
Yeah, but the the waves right now, the current has been nuts there.
Really?
Like there's been like some really like dangerous currents happening. And then equally, I don't know if you know, like San Diego gets hit with like toxic water from like sewage waste from Tijuana. This is
Really?
actually insane. Yeah. They have like a daily report that you can look up online of what the like contaminants of the water is and if it's like safe to swim in. And there's days where they'll literally shut the whole beach down and you can't swim in the water.
Oh, it's gnarly.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
So I think because of the conditions of the water, it's been making that other problem worse. So hopefully by the time we get there, it's cleared up.
Prayers.
I'm trying to have some beach days, like we're going all the way out there.
You're just laying on the beach, it just smells like shit.
It just reeks of crap. Like getting some gnarly like disease from the water. Anyway, keep going.
Don't get in the water with an open wound.
So anyways, we're gonna go to California.
That'll be nice.
Yeah,
it's gonna be nice.
It's gonna be nice.
Yeah, prayers up.
Despite the shit water.
The water's gonna be great.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get pulled out into the ocean by a tide.
We're gonna be fine.
Yeah.
We're doing Disney one day.
Even if you just like what are you gonna be? La Jolla is San Diego, right?
Yeah, it's like
so they have that whole bay side.
Yes.
Where you can like, there's no waves and stuff, but you can kind of like.
So we we did the same trip last year, and we just basically rebooked it because it was just a good time. It was easy with the kids. We actually spent when we did our beach days, we would just drive to Coronado. It was like
nice
20 minutes away.
Yeah, over the bridge.
And just over the bridge. The water there's like just so much more smooth, and the kids can actually like enjoy being at the beach.
Not as many waves and stuff.
Not as many waves. The water is actually like a little bit warmer. There's less like seaweed and crap. That's the only thing about like the San Diego water. There's so much like seaweed and junk and flies and whatever. So Coronado is the hack. So that would be our plan, is just to go there a couple days. But
okay, and you're driving there.
So we're driving there.
Okay, so getting back on track with our topic.
Where we're going today.
Our topic for today.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we can talk about driving and about airports too. That was something we should talk about. But just traveling, vacation in general, ways to stay on track with our health and our fitness, ways to enjoy vacation and have a good experience without taking steps backwards. Mm-hmm. Right? It's like we can ride that line of having a good time, letting loose a little bit, enjoying the experience, but without just like, throwing caution to the wind and saying screw it and like killing 2 months of progress in the gym and our weight loss journey, whatever that looks like.
Yeah.
Okay, so car traveling and airport traveling are definitely different. Mm-hmm. Car traveling, you can be a little bit more predictable, maybe.
I think so.
What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, you're a little bit more in control of the environment.
Yeah.
Like I think airport travel, you're kind of at the helm of whatever's, because you're dealing with like carry-ons and bags but
delayed
I think you
flights.
can still be proactive in like bringing snacks and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like, so.
Yeah. So if you're going to drive to San Diego, you got a 6 hour car ride. It's not bad.
Yeah.
But are you guys gonna stop for lunch, or do you pack lunch? Do you just pack snacks? What's the move?
So usually like we'll leave a little bit later. So just because like getting the kids up and all that stuff, getting them ready. So like for me, what I would personally do is I would probably make like a small breakfast or something before we left. Mm-hmm. Cause that's going to at least kill like one meal for the day that is goal oriented. And then, we just are mindful about packing snacks that we can have on the road. We'll probably stop at some point, In-N-Out's on the way. So like, It's hard to deny.
That's a good move.
But if you're doing In-N-Out, right, it's like, my whole thing about eating is no matter where you eat, you can eat relatively goal oriented. So just order smart, right?
Yeah.
So as the example, but that's kind of how I would prep that. I would bring like, some beef jerky or some protein bars or like, an easy like shake that was like high protein or, I don't know that we would go this far personally, but man, you could like prep a ham and cheese sandwich or something, right? Like, just be ahead of it. It's all about preparation. So, and then knowing that you're sitting for an extended period of time, then the hope is like once you arrive to your destination, kind of getting on your feet, getting moving, getting some steps. So that's probably like I will say last year when we went on this exact trip, that's like the exact blueprint. I was like, I think I even worked out before we left because I had the time. Ate a meal at home, ate some snacks on the road that were like more high protein. And then like the second we got there, we stayed at an Airbnb that was like right down the street, like a couple blocks from the beach. And so we just did like a big long walk as a family and like went and grabbed lunch. And so.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, basically what I'm hearing is just be prepared. Like,
Yeah.
you don't want to pull up to the gas station starving and you're like, oh, all they have is freaking Fritos.
Yeah.
And that's exactly. That's what you're snacking on.
Yeah. It's like not getting yourself into spots where you're being irrational in your decision making.
Yeah.
Like regardless of being on the road. And you can do the same thing with being on an airplane too. Like you can pack beef jerky on a plane, like sealed items.
You can actually bring a Tupperware of food.
Yeah. I mean, you could even stop at one of the restaurants like within the airport and still get something that's, again, it's all about being goal oriented. What are my goals? And then how can I choose something that aligns with that? And that's how I stay on track. So like, you could stop at one of those like quick markets and get a salad and a protein shake. You could like go to a restaurant and get like a breakfast burrito or whatever, like, you know, that can still fit within the guardrails, if you will. And you can bring that on a plane. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
yeah. And you can, again, even at an airport, you could throw something in a Tupperware.
For sure.
Make some ground beef and rice before you leave the house, throw that in a Tupperware, and you can bring that through security with you.
Just throw it through the little conveyor belt.
Yeah. Just get it some radiation.
Like I have a client who is a pilot for a living, and like he packs a lunch bag with him on the go, and he'll get like pre-prep meals from like a meal prep company and just like throw it in his meal bag and take it with him with, you know, some ice packs and stuff. Like, because his reality is like he's traveling for his job and it's inevitable that he has to leave. Does that mean he's going to like totally throw away all his goals just because he's like on the road for work? Like, no. So
that's not, that would not be, especially with that type of work, that wouldn't be sustainable at all, right? You have to find a way around it.
Like every 3 days you're like, F it. You know what I mean? Like that, it's impossible.
Yeah. So in an airport, you can pack your own food and take that through security.
Yeah.
Right. Which I think is probably like gold star.
That'd be like the ultimate, like
that'd be the ultimate way to do it if you're really trying to stay on track. And you know, for me, airport food is usually pretty garbage. Like,
yeah, I mean,
I just choose
all that stuff, even if it's like at a restaurant, it's like being bussed in, like, you know what I mean?
You can like order like a burger patty or something and some vegetables. Like if you're gonna sit down for a meal, but those markets always have like the pre-made salads and the pre-made sandwiches. Or they have like the trail mix that has like
you could go like a piece of
sugar
fruit or something and like a core power or like
you could do okay, but I'd say like gold standard is bring your own food. That way you're not freaking starving.
I think gold standard. Let's go even further, dude. Like kill the animal at home. I'm just kidding.
Okay, yeah, perfect.
Collect your eggs. You should have chickens and then collect the eggs from the chickens and bring them
through security. And then crack them and eat them raw.
Just crack them, eat them. Dude, that's what Ronnie Coleman and Arnold Schwarzenegger were doing. That's what I'm doing.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
How serious are you?
Pound those friggin'.
Yeah, man. And then just, like you said, like just getting movement. So at the airport, I love to just 10 minutes, 15 minutes before I get on the plane, drop my bag somewhere and just like
walk around
or drop my bag and get into a deep squat. Do a little bit of stretching because I know I'm about to just sit for like 3-4 hours, just like this
in a cramped space.
Yeah,
too.
just like
at least in your car, you have like hopefully like some comfort.
Yeah,
like in an airplane coach seat, dude. It's like those are made for children.
Yeah, you're just knees together, hands in your lap, just
the
like
dude in front of you like puts his seat back. And you're like, God damn it.
Yeah. So it just feels good to get some movement, some blood flow before that.
Yep.
Yes, I mean that's kind of like step one of the vacation journey of like, okay, we have to travel to wherever we're going. That's how to approach that. You have any other
and I
tips, ideas around traveling?
Yeah, like if we're talking about like actually like physically being in the environment, I think ultimately it comes down to, like you said, it's preparation, it's being mindful, it's thinking ahead about what you're going to do, because like everything that we're going to talk about today is about avoiding decision fatigue. And if you get into a spot where you're making a tough decision and, you know, a moment of weakness, like 10 out of 10 times you're going to fail. So you overcome those situations by just having more moments where you're in control of what you're doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
But even before that moment happens, I think there's like this timeline of thought process that like goes into it. So even diving into some of the mental stuff, like having an attitude of like ownership over what you're about to go do, like knowing that just because I'm going on this trip and I'm traveling and I'm going to be away, it's not like you said, take your hands off the steering wheel and just let the moment happen and let life happen. It's, okay, I know I'm going to go and do this thing. I need to actually be prepared about thinking through the moments that I can make decisions that are for what I'm trying to accomplish. So that it's, you may not literally be progressing while you're away, but I want to at least maintain my progress so that when I get home, I'm not freaking getting smacked by the door and, reality hits. So I think like even going back before the getting on the plane, getting in the car, it's thinking ahead about what you're about to go experience and trying to get yourself mentally prepared to accomplish what you can.
Yeah. Yeah. And I guess how you're approaching the whole experience in the first place, like being intentional about what the purpose is of the vacation.
Yeah.
I think there's two different kinds of vacations. There's like vacation, like a trip, where you're like going on a trip that's going to be like really fun. And vacation, which I think the intention is more to like relax and recharge. So that's a good, like you can even split hairs there and being like, okay, if you're going on a trip that is going to be like, 3-4 days and it's going to be busy and you're going to like a football game and you're going to this concert and like you're going to be like in the city, like running around, like, that's a vacation, but it's really more of a trip that's like, we're going to go do some fun stuff.
Yeah.
That's almost like a completely different intention where in that situation, you want to like mitigate. You're trying to like mitigate damage almost, like being intentional, like finding ways to get good rest and again, eating well and not completely draining yourself by having this fun experience. Whereas like going on a vacation, like you're taking the family to California, I would imagine the intention more is to like slow down. You're not working for a week. You can sleep in, kind of hang out, like you're relaxing, recharging, spending some days on the beach, Yeah, that's interesting. So that's another way to even think about it.
No, that's a good point because, I think the trip analogy is you're on the go constantly. Like nothing about that is relaxing. Like, yes, you're having very enjoyable experiences. You're living in the moment, but your cup is just being emptied, right? Like, if you're not careful. So that's going to be a tough one to combat, like trying to accomplish health goals, if you will.
For sure.
So I don't really have much more on that.
My wife and I took a trip to Chicago 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So we were in Chicago for a few days. So we caught a flight out like Thursday morning. You lose 3 hours flying to Chicago, and so we land. We take an Uber. We stop and get some food. We get to our hotel around like 10 p.m., 11 p.m. Chicago time. So it's earlier here, but so our plan was, so this is something we thought about too ahead of time, was like, we're going to stay on Arizona time, even though we're in Chicago, because we're only going to be there for a few days. So they're 3 hours ahead. So instead of going to bed around like 9:30, like we would here, we were going to bed around 12:30, but it was really like 9 or 9:30 Arizona time.
Yeah.
Makes sense?
Yep.
So we didn't we didn't try and like shift our clock. That was like something we had already kind of planned. So we got there, we kind of had a late dinner, but we drew the blinds, the blackout curtains. It's the hotel. We drew the blackout curtains at the hotel, and we let ourselves sleep until like 9 a.m. the next morning or whatever. But on a trip like that, one of the things that I love to focus on is wake up, hydrate, get a little bit of workout, like a 15, 20-minute workout in, just to start the day, just to like anchor that, and then a really solid breakfast.
Yeah.
And then
are you a hotel gym guy, or are you working out just in the room, or what's your...
I hit the hotel gym.
Yeah.
I mean, ideally, if I had the right setup, you'd find like a local gym, but just depends on where you are.
Yep.
Hotel gym, I got an upper body pump, did a little bit of mobility, and then we always like had a breakfast reservation spot. So like breakfast was always anchored of like, okay, I'm gonna go get a breakfast. I know I'm gonna eat like 5-6 scrambled eggs. I'm gonna get some meat. I'm gonna get some fruit in, and then like let that kind of like anchor the day, that workout and hydration and first meal. And then we can kind of like go explore and mess around, and, you know, like we're expending energy, but being mindful of having those things in place. And then, yeah, just like little things, you know, some supplements, magnesium, bringing my blue light blocking glasses for the evening, just like I can make sure I can get a decent sleep in the hotel. But I think that's, you know, that's almost like a different approach. You need a different strategy for something like that versus like, you know, in a few weeks we're going to Santa Barbara and we're just going to like spend 8 days in Santa Barbara.
Yeah.
Like basically.
And that's the more rest unwind.
Yeah. Doing nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I think is it proposes a unique challenge in that you're moving slow and you're almost like the intention is to relax, but you have to be really mindful about not eating like an asshole because you're not, you know, like I'm not going to be getting 15 to 20,000 steps a day here in the gym. I'm not going to be, you know, crushing workouts. It's like, okay, I'm probably going to be eating a little bit less, being intentional not to overeat or eat, you know, shitty food and actually let myself rest.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's kind of poses a different challenge in a way.
Yeah. We like this vacation is very similar to that. Like, I think going back to last year, I will say we walked a lot. Like our Airbnb was probably, and it will be the same this time around. Like, man, it was maybe 6 or 7 blocks away from Pacific Beach. And there was this really nice, like walking strip from La Jolla all the way through Pacific Beach. So we could like walk down to that, and then wherever we wanted to go, we could just like take that strip along the ocean there. And we probably did that at least every single evening. And then every morning we would like, once we got the kids kind of ready. The one thing about California is it's like nothing really starts opening until like 10 a.m. Like people just start slow there, it seems, in those beach towns. And so one of the things we would do is like we'd go grab a coffee in the mornings and we'd just like get the kids ready, get them in the stroller, and we would just, again, go walk a couple blocks. We spent a couple days, like we did one trip in like Legoland where you're at an amusement park, one day at the zoo where you're walking. So like movement for us was like big time because that's one of the most powerful things you can do in terms of like tools when you're away. It's just going to combat a lot of the damage, like you said, damage control.
Yes,
is one of the things we're trying to achieve. So being able to like blunt your blood glucose response by creating a need for energy, moving your body and getting some steps
blood
in, blood flow, all those things. Like that's a really easy, low hanging fruit thing that you can do.
And it's always so enjoyable to walk in a new environment.
Yeah.
And when the weather's nice.
Yeah. You can explore like, yeah, dude, skip getting in the rental car or whatever it is, or, you know, traveling if you don't need to. Yeah, I totally agree. There's a lot of positives to that. So,
yeah.
Yep.
I think too, when, you know, something I struggle with personally, I'll say this, is if I'm on a vacation with the intention of, you know, not really having plans and taking it slow and just relaxing and recharging, sometimes I kind of struggle with not being on a schedule. So like, you know, I'll find myself like staying up later or like eating at odd times or, you know, just like, and I do well with like structure. I think most humans do. So that's something I have to be intentional about, like keeping myself on a schedule, you know, and make sure like, okay, I'm on vacation, but like I am going to go to bed at 9:30 and I'm going to give myself 9 hours of sleep versus feeling like, oh, I'm on vacation. I can
stay up.
I can fuck off and, you know, and stay up till midnight. And then I'm like, oh, why am I
like,
tired on vacation? I should be, like just because I don't have to get up and go to work tomorrow morning doesn't mean I should be staying up late for no reason. It's like the intention is to relax and recharge. So let's actually be intentional around
for sure
feeding myself well and keeping myself on routine and getting to bed on time and those sort of things too.
I think for me, it's like whenever we travel, like we're going with our kids, I will say like having younger kids who like we are trying to really work hard to keep them on a routine helps us just naturally be on a routine. It's like, what are you going to do as a parent? Like stay up till midnight and then wake up and have to, they're going to wake up at 5:30, 6 a.m., be ready to rock and roll. And you're like, whoa, fuck it. I slept terribly. So like, I think that is like, while you are a little overstimulated trying to wrangle children, on a vacation, that does help because they're on a routine and we as parents work very hard because it's like they're in a new environment already. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of changes, a lot of exciting things. And like the last thing you want is like them to be off. So it helps us because it's like we'll put them down. Like my wife and I will like watch a movie or something, or we'll play cards and we'll just have a moment, maybe like a glass of wine or something, just kind of like that's still enjoyable. It's still like, taking in your vacation and spending quality time together. But then, it's like 9:30 hits and you're like, all right, it's time for bed.
Yeah,
like I'm tired.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think, that's super important is trying to protect your schedule because, whether it's sleep, whether it's your eating rhythms, whether it's your movement, whether it's whatever it is, like you want to protect that because that's going to help create your circadian rhythm that when you get back home, we don't want that to take 3-4 days for you to have to get back on track. It should just be kind of, all right, I'm home, I'm in my bed, I'm going to shower, get comfortable, and then life goes on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about how you approach training when on vacation.
Yeah.
Are you, say, okay, you're going to be in San Diego for a week. You have a number of, workouts you're going to look to hit? Are you strength training? Are you just like, doing some push-ups in the Airbnb? Are you, what does that look like for you?
I like working out when I travel.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy like going to like other gyms and just like getting in a different environment. I think it's fun. So yeah, like it just depends on how long the trip is. We did a trip back in January, went to Dallas for my brother's wedding, and we were staying at a hotel and we were there for all of like 2.5 days, 3 days. So I got like one workout in at the hotel gym. This one is going to be more like 6 to 7 days that we're away. And so I'll probably do at least like 3 strength training sessions. So I just find like a local gym, usually just go on like, Apple Maps and just like find what's close. And usually I'm trying to make it like fit my specific needs, like probably more like corporate gym where it has like free weights and I can kind of go about my normal program and just stay consistent that way. So that's what I do personally. So between just getting more steps and then hitting the gym, like I'll just do a day pass.
Yeah.
And do that. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm the same way. I love going to find a gym that's like unique or just different environment and, kind of seeing what they have and not programming anything, just kind of seeing what feels good. And I enjoy going to get that time to myself and connect with myself and move and, that recharges me. That feels good for me. So yeah, I'll do the same thing across the week. I'll probably get like 3 strength sessions in or something like that. Enough to maintain and feel good, but not enough to, again, like empty the tank or drain myself. Again, the intention is for me to come back more relaxed and more recharged than when I left on a vacation like that. What do you encourage clients to do? Someone who's not like, oh, I can't wait to go find a new gym to train at. Sometimes like maybe more intimidated by that, or
yeah. I mean,
do you encourage them to work out or just focusing on movement, like getting steps?
I honestly keep it more low hanging fruit. Like I try to say like be mindful about what you're going to eat and then be mindful about creating movement. For many of my clients, like if they have access to my program where it has like video demos and workout, movements that they can supplement and exchange and things like that, and access to me as a coach, then, if they have a gym that's like a hotel gym or things like that, then I can help them navigate how to modify things to best fit their environment. So a lot of my clients will hit those workouts on the go, and then we'll just kind of exchange like a trap bar deadlift for a kettlebell deadlift or a flat bench for a floor, dumbbell press. But yeah, I try to just keep things simple. Like I want my clients to enjoy being away. I don't want them to overcomplicate what it is and like, get in that like all or nothing mindset. So And then ultimately it's like when they're back, and then we get in rhythm and get back to the basics. Cause I think that's the most important thing of all of what we're talking about is even if you went away for a week and you did as bad of damage that you could do, a week away, like, yes, will it create a little bit of like, discomfort getting back into rhythm, and will it maybe kind of kill your progressive momentum? Sure. But the goal is that let's get back on the horse and let's get back to doing the thing. Like that's the ultimate is like, sure, you threw yourself out of whack, but like, can you get back in rhythm? Because the last thing we want is that time away to turn into you then spiraling and, oh, I went all in. I binged on a few meals. I had a bunch of drinks. I slept like crap. And now I get back and that continues to last another week, another 2 weeks, a couple months. Like who knows?
Yeah.
Like don't let that be the thing that snowballs you just like totally out of rhythm and kill your momentum, because that's where we have a real problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything worse than like coming back from vacation and feeling awful to where I dread like getting back into my routine.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you're coming back from vacation, like you're like exhausted and hungover and inflamed and you're like, oh, I got to go to work tomorrow. Like that sounds so brutal, like, yeah, the mental intention, the mindset should be like coming back feeling better than when you left, right? Ready to take on your routine, your workflow, your everyday life. And hopefully you're not looking to escape that. It's something we touched on a little bit before this, was just like, if you're going on vacation with the intention of like escaping your reality, escaping the life that you've created for yourself, then that's like a deeper issue that may be coming out as a reflection of like, I'm on vacation, screw it, I'm just going to like drink and eat like shit and, not take care of myself. And then you're setting yourself up for failure when you come back, because you're not even thinking about what life looks like when you come back from vacation, because you're just like, you're dreading having to go back to your daily life, your daily reality. That means that you're not anchored to a direction or to goals that you have in your daily life. So yeah, I think that's another big mindset piece of like, the intention should be to enjoy yourself on vacation, but come back ready to go. Like know that you're getting back in your routine and not letting that 1 week, you said, turn into 2, 3, or 4 where you're losing momentum or not continuing to make progress in the direction that you want to go, whether that is with fitness or weight loss or financial goals or progressing with your work or just, who you're becoming as a person in general.
Yeah. Like imagine if we did that with our job. Like you're like go on a vacation, like, cool, I'm checking out. And then you come back and you're like, well, shit. Now it's like, I have a thing of paperwork stacked a mile high. And like, I don't care. I'm just going to like, not do, like, you're going to get fired from your job, or you're going to get like demoted or get, an asterisk against your name because you had one bad week or 1 week off. Like we don't do that. Like, for whatever reason, we treat our health that way, where it's just like, it's interchangeable, or it's like just some like monetary thing that we can just make up, when we feel like it. It's like, I love that you said that. I think that could be the biggest game changer for your like mental, attitude going into a vacation, is trying to think about what's going to happen when you come back. Enjoy the time away. And that's like when I used to work at the church full time. One of the things our pastor said was like, your rest should be the thing that you're doing in preparation for the work, and it shouldn't be the thing that you're doing to decompress from the work. Does that make sense? So if you flip that on its head, in terms of like you're saying, like resting, recharging because the work is going to come, that way you're thinking about, okay, what you're leading up to. Versus what you're taking your hands off the wheel on, to use that metaphor again. And I think that helps, right? Because then you're not, and I think it's like, you cannot get to this headspace where you're trying to escape your reality. And if it's true, then something about your reality needs to change when you get home for you to actually be able to sustain and have success.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's like that's the that's the difference between like getting home from work and needing to have a few drinks and sit on the couch for a few hours to like decompress from work versus the mindset of like, oh, I have goals that I'm pursuing tomorrow, so I need to make sure I eat a good dinner and I get to bed on time because I need good rest because I have something that I'm pursuing tomorrow. Yeah, I really like that. Just it's almost like you're doing the same thing, but it completely changes the intention of it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think then if that's you, the couple drinks guy after work, like, then I think that there's like the deeper rooted issue with like something about your reality needs to change. Like you're letting life happen to you versus taking ownership and being prepared about what's to come. So for what it's worth, like that's a heavier, deeper discussion, but I think that's why so many people fail when it comes to taking trips, taking vacations, is because that's where we're at. That's the mental state that we're living in constantly is maybe we don't like our current situation. Maybe we're struggling at work. Maybe finances are tough. Maybe kids are trying or whatever, like whatever that stress in your life is. And then we're like, okay, well, I get this thing I am looking forward to and I'm just going to full send. And then it's like, okay, but when you get back, all that stuff is still sitting there on your desk.
Yeah.
And you got to, at some point, face that reality.
Yeah, it's looking for the escape instead of taking ownership, creating a plan, and trying to make the changes that you want to see in your life.
Yeah.
I think that's the bigger overarching message here. It's like, what's the intention again behind that vacation and how are you approaching it?
Yes.
Okay, so what I'm hearing about training on vacation is like, minimum effective dose. You're not going to, set PRs and make progress, but like also don't slide.
Yeah.
Don't backslide.
Totally.
What about nutrition?
Yeah, nutrition. I mean, always protein first if I can. Protein. And man, if you want to know why, go back to a couple episodes. You can tune in.
Click this link right here.
Yeah, exactly. This is our sponsored ad, sponsoring ourselves to go to. Protein first at every meal. Something we discussed before, I think you brought up a really great point, is like at each meal that you sit down, can you consume like the protein first? So if I'm building my plate, maybe I'm, having some eggs in the morning. I'm trying to, crush breakfast to set my day up for success. So I'm having the protein on my plate with like some meat, whatever that looks like, some sausage, whatever, and some fruit. I'm going to eat the protein first, and then I'm going to attack the carb, and now I'm ready for my day. For us, like we try to, as best as we can, like if we're not in a situation where we can control how we're making our food, Airbnb, kitchen, that sort of thing, like same as you guys, like we'll go get breakfast somewhere. So have like a hearty meal that you can kind of set your day up with. If I'm staying in a place where I have a kitchen access, I'm hitting the grocery store and I'm stocking the fridge full of goal-oriented foods, and I'm going to make sure that I can control at least 2 meals a day.
Nice.
And then if I'm ordering out, again, it's a protein-forward meal, that sort of thing. So, yeah, and then I'm still going to enjoy myself. Like I'm still going to have the ice cream. I'll still crush a beer or something.
Yeah.
But
it doesn't have to be like dessert at every meal and 6 beers.
Exactly.
It's like a huge travel hack, Airbnb with a kitchen, hit a grocery store, set yourself up for success, especially if you're on a longer trip. If it's a 2 or 3 day trip, you're in a hotel, just like look at restaurants ahead of time, set some reservations, pick some decent spots. But yeah, if you're eating out, it's like, okay, order an enjoyable meal that is still like healthy for you, something clean, like a really nice piece of salmon or a steak. It's like, okay, this is something that's maybe like a little bit, you're indulging a little bit with, the cost of it maybe, or maybe it's like a nice fatty ribeye that you wouldn't normally eat. It's like denser in calories, but it's like, okay, this is still food, and you can crush that, and then you can go for, some dessert and, have a drink at dinner or whatever. But I love what you said about anchoring each meal with protein, and then ideally Airbnb with a kitchen and you're controlling 1 or 2 meals a day. That's huge.
Well, yeah, and the kitchen thing too, it's even practical because you're saving money.
Saving so much money.
Even if you're in the grocery store, like, let's be honest, like we're both going to California, like that's not a cheap place cost of living wise,
Nah,
but
it's a $400 grocery
it's still
bill
gonna be
right there.
cheaper to like go to the grocery store and make meals because that money's going to go further than like going to some restaurant where everything's upcharged like crazy and every drink is $15 and whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you buying breakfast for your family, it's like $120.
Yeah, my kid doesn't even eat half the freaking food, like that's a whole nother thing. But yeah, the reality is you're going to save money and you're going to be a lot closer to hitting your goals when you do that. So,
yeah.
And I'm not tracking my food. Like I'm not getting in my macro app and like doing that whole thing. It's like, no, I'm just like, I'm just trying to create like as much of the same habits I would do at home on the road.
Yes.
And then I'm still going to dabble in like getting a nice entree at a restaurant or like I said, like getting ice cream with my kids or having a beer at lunch because it's refreshing and I should be able to kick back and relax. But again, it's being careful to not take that one beer, turn it to 6 or that one margarita and turn it to just, now you're plastered and hungover or whatever. Like,
yeah, or that one cookie, like next thing you're like,
I think that's what like the biggest question. It's like, why just because you're going out of town, does it trigger that like need for that dopamine hit in your brain to like indulge through things that we consume, right? Like
that is interesting thought.
Right? Like your dopamine hit could be your experience. Your dopamine hit could be running into the ocean with your kids. Your dopamine hit could be like going on an excursion or like going to a theme park. Like it doesn't have to be the thing you're putting in your body. Like I guess like I don't get me wrong, like I love food. Like and I'll be the first to say that 80-20 balance, all that stuff.
Yeah.
But like in the same breath, we shouldn't have to be like this need to like scratch and claw to like have the like real shitty consumption. Right?
Yeah.
Like I don't know, maybe I'm being over the top about that, but
no, I think that's a really good point. It's like, okay, what is, and I think that's so much that is just like maybe conditioning of like the idea of like, oh, we're on vacation. Like it's vacation. So just screw
calories
it.
Don't count.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many times have you like heard that? Like, oh.
Calories don't count.
Yeah. Or like, I'm sure like a client would like come back and be like, whoa, I didn't eat very well. And it's just like, but you could have,
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I think it comes back to this again. We're trying to get grounded of like, okay, these are practical things that you can do.
Yeah.
But ultimately, like you have to zoom out too and say like, what is actually the cause of all these things? What is actually causing these patterns and these actions that we're taking on a physical level? Because it doesn't start with like putting the cookie in your mouth. It starts with like reaching for some sort of dopamine hit, like you were saying, right? And I think it comes back to, ultimately this like identity piece of, again, I love food too. Like you put a like big plate of handmade pasta in front of me, I just want to freaking.
That's it.
Oh,
that's the thing that's really.
Or a freaking.
The trigger.
Or a freaking like deep dish Chicago style pizza.
Come
like,
on now.
like,
would you have that at least while you were
Yeah, dude. I had a couple pieces of deep dish pizza while we were in Chicago.
We're normal people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
like, ooh, come here.
Yeah.
But on a deeper level, like the identity is I enjoy feeling good, having energy, feeling mentally clear, and being able to continue to like move forward in my life toward the goals that I have. Like I have larger kind of overarching things that I'm moving towards, like, visions of myself and where I'm going and what I want for, my business and my family. Like, and I try to anchor myself to those things. And part of my identity is like, as a person who I am, is like, I enjoy like looking good, feeling good, having energy, so that I can continue to move towards those things. So that, like, at the end of the day, that's like the ultimate reward for me. Does that kind of make sense?
Yep.
And by anchoring myself to that, then it gives me direction and it gives me a reason not to just be like, why not have 6 beers?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
So there's like an identity piece there too. It's like, if it's not part of who you are to like take care of yourself or give yourself what you need or love yourself in a way that you treat yourself like someone that you respect, you know? Like, I know I have things that I want, like goals that I want to move toward. So I can ignore that, or I can like respect that, honor that, and try and give myself those things over time by taking action in that direction, you know? So again, I'm not trying to like sit on my pedestal over here. I'm just kind of sharing what I anchor in myself that like keeps me from going off the rails. If I don't have direction, and there's been many moments in my life where I've like, you know, it's not like a constant thing. It's something you have to like renew, you know, like, and there are times in your life where that kind of slips and you start to like lose focus a little bit, and you've noticed yourself sliding and habits slipping a little bit, and you're like, oh, maybe I'll have a glass of whiskey, you know, a couple times a week. And like those things start to creep, and it's like a slippery slope, you know, like one step toward that line turns into 2 or 3. But if you can bring yourself back to center and refocus and remember, you know, what you're moving toward and what you're working toward, and anchor yourself to that thing, then it gives you direction and it gives you something to anchor to when you're making that decision of like, should I have 6 beers? It's either no, because that's going to cause X, Y, Z, and that's not aligned with where I'm going, or it's like, why not? You know?
Yeah.
And if you're in that camp, then it's like, okay, there's something deeper there that you need to anchor to and change to not go that direction. Unless that's what you want. That's the goal that you're moving towards.
That's your funeral. No, I was kidding.
Yeah, I just mean, but yeah, do you see what I'm saying? Like,
I think there's even another aspect to how we're perceiving fitness. Like, is fitness purely just a part of my life to get to one specific outcome goal, and then once I achieve that, it's like, cool, I'm done? Because I think that's actually where vacation comes into play. Is a lot of people treat fitness that way. Oh, I know I have this trip coming up where I got to look good with my shirt off or whatever, and so I'm going to work really hard to get to that spot. And then I get to that spot, and then it's like, woohoo, like I'm on vacation. Like, this is what I worked so hard for. I'm going to full send. Or, as you just stated, are you implementing these healthy habits as more of a lifestyle approach? And are you allowing those habits to become ingrained in your DNA like it is for you? Like, because that's a whole different thing. And that's the thing that's going to allow you to have the long-term success versus being perpetually disappointed by your outcome and having to hit restart every single time you come back from vacation. So, I think it really just comes down to how you're perceiving health and fitness. Like, are you doing it for a greater purpose? Are you doing it for a lifestyle? Are you doing it to better yourself as a human being? And in turn, and that this is getting really broad, but like, in turn, everybody experiencing that ripple effect, or are you doing it for vanity's sake and appearance and insecurity to achieve a very short term,
shallow goal?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think this is great. You were anchoring it to, it wouldn't be fit for purpose if we weren't talking about, if we weren't jumping into these, like kind of scraping back at these deeper layers of like, okay, what's really going on energetically behind the vacation that's causing you to freaking full send and say, screw it.
Yeah, because like I'm going away next week. I haven't stressed once about me. Oh crap! Here we go. I'm going to fall off track because that's not why I pursue fitness. And again, like I'm at a spot where all the things that I do from a health standpoint is ingrained in just how I live my life.
Yeah, I also bet you haven't thought once about like, oh, I need to freaking go on a cut really quick so that I look like extra shredded on the beach.
And like I've been on that personal journey, but it's not just because I'm gonna be shirtless on the beach. Like,
it's just like what you're doing.
It's just the journey that I've been on. But yeah,
it's cool. And like that's you know that you can trust yourself because you have you've logged enough information in the past to know like, okay, like I can have one beer and it's not going to turn into 4.
Yeah.
I can have an ice cream cone and it's not going to turn into me gaining 3 pounds on vacation, because you've done this before. Like you've gone on vacation, you've been disciplined, you've put yourself in situations where you've made the right decision and you've taken care of yourself. And so you know in the back of your mind and your subconscious that you are someone that you can trust to do what you say you're going to do and also adhere to the values that you've set for yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think that's really important too, is like on a deeper level of like, you say you're going to do X and you don't, then you start to have this internal conflict where you like, you no longer trust yourself to, you know, not go off of the rails.
Yeah.
And then that leads to like this self-loathing thing, which also leads further into, you know, avoidance and pursuing these easy dopamine hits or.
Yeah. That's a cycle that would keep you stuck.
Yes.
Like starting to feel like shameful, right?
Yeah.
Self-loathing that you said.
Having shame around that.
Shame and guilt is never going to be creating success. Like I promise you that in every avenue outside of even just, you know, having something, consuming something you shouldn't have, like, or whatever that looks like you're not going to get unstuck from where you're at because you just shamed yourself out of it.
Yeah, you're not going to shame yourself into long-term progress, long-term health success.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So, yeah. And if you're someone who is not yet at a spot where, like we were talking about, you trust yourself with your actions and your habits, then just lean into some of the stuff we're talking about and you may be surprised. Like, go into your trip, your vacation with a prepared mindset and some things like we've mentioned that you're gonna attack, and maybe you'll surprise yourself at the end of it.
Yeah, for sure. And don't just like, you know, and sometimes in that situation it can be the quick dopamine hit can be like, oh, I'm gonna do 3 workouts on vacation, and saying that out loud to yourself or saying that out loud to somebody else.
Yeah.
That can be a quick dopamine hit, which is not always the best. That doesn't always lead to you actually following through on the promise, right? So sometimes we get caught up like talking about what we're gonna do because it almost feels real, and it's like that quick dopamine hit of like, oh, I like, you know, this is what I'm gonna do, and like, but then you don't follow through on it, right? So I would encourage you to, you know, maybe quietly to yourself decide like 1 or 2 simple things that you're gonna do. Maybe you're taking a vacation this summer and like, you would normally just say screw it, or you wouldn't have a plan going into it.
Are you setting your self expectations? Setting
a realistic self expectation that you can actually follow through on, and then logging that like that information and then building that rapport with yourself of like, oh, I followed through on this. I'm someone I can, you know, start to trust.
Yeah.
And then that's how you start to integrate this into your identity, is like it has to become something that you do consistently over time. And then you, again, have to become someone that you can trust to do those things. But it starts with that first decision. And it's not, and all I'm trying to say is like talking about it isn't the same as doing it. So be careful about talking about it more than actually quietly setting that self-expectation and following through on it.
Yes. Actions speak louder than words.
I've heard that before.
Yeah. Cool.
Anything else, man?
No.
All right. Love it.
All right. Go enjoy your time away.
Not too much, though.